Now we'll discuss the second protocol in the data link layer, that is stop and wait protocol. So we have already discussed the first protocol, that is a simple protocol. Okay, so now we'll discuss the second one in the data link layer, that is a stop and wait protocol. So the general meaning of the stop and wait protocol is sender sends the frame. After sending that frame, the sender will stop sending the next one and wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver. That what we have to call as the stop and wait protocol. Okay, so here the first point is the stop and wait protocol, which uses the both flow control and the error control. The stop and wait protocol we are mainly used for to control the error and to control the flow between the two devices. We already discussed the what is the flow control and the error control in the previous videos. Okay, the next point is the sender sends the one frame at a time and waits for an acknowledgement from the receiver. Okay, so we'll discuss this point through the diagram. Okay, so here it is the layout of the stop and wait protocol. Okay, the data link layer at the sender node, it receive the packet from the network layer and encapsulate that particular packet into the frame and send that frame to the receiver. Okay, so the receiver data link layer at the receiver extract the packet from that particular frame and deliver that packet to the network layer at the receiving node. Okay, so here what happens, once sender has sent the frame, okay, it will be wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver for that particular frame. Okay, until it will not get the acknowledgement, it will not send the next frame. Okay, this is the first point. And second point is here, every time the sender sends the frame, it starts the timer. Okay, so means every time the sender sends the frame, it will start the timer. Okay, senders sending at the time of sending the each frame, the sender will start the timer. Okay, so that is the second one. And third point is, if an acknowledgement arrives before the time expires, then timer is stopped, then sender sends the next frame. Okay, so here as I told, the sender will send the frame, okay, and wait for the acknowledgement. Okay, so here what happen, if the acknowledgement is arrive before this time expires or before the timeout or before the time is over, okay, at that time it will stop that particular time, okay, and it will send the next frame. Okay, so when the acknowledgement is arrive within the time, when whatever the frame the received by the receiver, it is the error free, it is error free or the correct one, then only the receiver has sent the acknowledgement to the sending node. If the received frame is corrupted one, then receiving node will not send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. Then the sending node will understand that the receiver has received the corrupted frame, then the sending node will send the same frame to the receiving node. Okay, so here that is a third point, if the acknowledgement is arrived before the time expires, timer is stopped and sender is sends the next frame. Okay, and fourth point is here, if the timer is expires, the sender send the previous frame assuming that the frame was either lost or corrupted. Okay, so here what happen, if the sender is not get the any acknowledgement, okay, within the time, then the timer will expires. Okay, so when timer is expires, the sending node has been assumed that the frame which is received by the receiver, that is a corrupted one. Okay, or the frame has been lost at the middle. These are the two possibilities. The frame can be lost at the middle, or the whatever the packet that reached to the receiver, that is a corrupted one. At that time, the sender not receive the any acknowledgement from the receiving side. Okay, then the sender what do, he can assume that the receiver has received the corrupted frame. Okay, so that's why the sender node again send that same frame to the receiving node. At the same time again it will restart the timer. Okay, so that is a fourth point. Okay, and then the last point is if the detect the corrupted frame, sender need to add the CRC to the each data frame. Okay, so here what happened, sender has add the CRC or the cyclic redundancy check to the each frame and send to the receiving node. Okay, so whenever the receiving node receive that frame, okay, it will check the CRC code, that is the cyclic redundancy checksum. Okay, if it is the correct, then it will extract the packet from that frame and deliver to the network layer. If that cyclic redundancy check is incorrect, then it will silently discard that particular frame. Okay, and it cannot send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, then sending node will understand that corrupted packet has been reached to the destination, so I need to send the same frame again to the receiving node. Okay, same thing here for the acknowledgement also. Okay, the receiving node has add the some cyclic redundancy check to the acknowledgement frame. Okay, so whenever the acknowledgement frame is reached to the sender node, the sender node has checked that CRC. Okay, based on that CRC, come to know that whether the received acknowledgement frame is a corrupted one or the correct one. Okay, so that's why here we have to add the CRC to the both a data frame as well as acknowledgement frame. So based on that only, both the sender node and receiver node can identify the corrupted or correct one. Okay, so this is all about this stop and wait protocol. So there is another point is there, whenever there is the sender has sent the frame, it will save the copy of that particular frame to in his buffer. Why? Because whenever the receiver receive the corrupted frame, then the receiver cannot send the any acknowledgement to the sender node. At that time, the sender node use that copy of frame and resend that copy of frame to the receiving node. Okay, so that's why the sender node has saved the copy of the frame to his buffer. Okay, so this is all about the layout of the stop and wait protocol. Okay, so generally what happens, sender node has sends the frame and wait for the acknowledgement. Okay, so sending frame has contains the CRC code also. So based on that CRC code, the receiver node will verify the data frame. Okay, if it is a correct one, then the acknowledgement will send to the sender node. If it is a CRC code is incorrect, then it will not send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, then sending node again resend that same frame to the receiving node. Okay, so at the time of sending the each frame, the timer will be starts. Okay, so this is stop and wait protocol. So next we will move to the finite state model for the both the sending node and the receiving node. Okay, so that totally we have to call as a finite state machine for the stop and wait protocol. First we will discuss the finite state machine for the sending node. So here there is a totally two states are there. One is a ready state, another one is a blocking state. At the ready state there is a one event. Okay, the packet came from the network layer and actions are make a frame. Okay, make a frame, save the copy, send the frame and the start the timer. After performing these actions, it will move to the blocking state. In the blocking state, there is a three events, that is a timeout events, corrupted acknowledgement arrived and error free acknowledgement arrived. So whenever the timeout has happened, there is a two actions should be performed: resend the saved frame and restart the timer. Whenever the corrupted acknowledgement arrived, then there is a one action we need to perform, that is discard the acknowledgement. And whenever there is a error free acknowledgement has been arrived, here also we perform the two actions, one the stop the timer, another one discard the saved frame. Okay, so now we'll discuss the detail here. Okay, so initially the sending machine is at the ready state until it will get the packet from the network layer. Okay, once it get the packet from the network layer, that is the event. Okay, then it will encapsulate that packet into the frame. Okay, and after that they save the copy of that frame as I already discussed. okay, and after that it will send that frame to the receiving side. At the same time it will start the timer, okay, and after that it will move to the sending machine will move to the blocking state, okay. So in the blocking state there is the three events: timeout, corrupted acknowledgement arrived, and error free acknowledgement arrived, okay. So timeout means what happened whenever the sender has sent the frame to the receiving node, okay, whenever the sender has sends the frame to the receiving node, okay, then it will receiving node, okay. So receiving, if receiver is receive the correct frame, then only the receiving node will send the acknowledgement to the sending node, okay. If the receiving node has received the corrupted frame, then it doesn't send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. At that time the time will be expires or timeout will be happen, because if the receiver has received the corrupted one, then it cannot send the acknowledgement, then sender also not receive the any acknowledgement within the time field, so that's why time expires or the time out will be happen, okay. At that time the sending machine, okay, you will resend that same frame, because already it saved the copy of that frame. By using that saved copy it will resend the saved frame, okay, and after that again it will restart the timer, okay. So after performing this event again it will move to the same state, that is a blocking state, okay. So this is the first event, and second event is the corrupted acknowledgement arrived, okay. So what happens, sender sends the frame, a receiver receive the frame, it is a correct it is a particular received frame is a corrected one, then it will send the acknowledgement to the sender, okay. The sender is check that particular received acknowledgement through the CRC code. If it is a corrupted one, then it will silently discard that acknowledgement, okay. So this is the second event. So after performing this event again it will be returned back to the same state, that is the blocking state, okay. And third event is the error free acknowledgement arrived. Whenever sender sends the frame, receiver receive the frame, if the received frame is correct one or the error free, then it will send the acknowledgement to the sender node, okay, within the time field, okay. Then sender will verify that particular acknowledgement frame. If it is a correct one, okay, then it will stop the timer, okay, and after stopping the timer it will discard the saved copy of that particular data frame, okay. And after performing this event it will move to the ready state, okay, means the sending machine is ready to send the next frame, okay. So this is a what the final state model for the sending node, okay. So whenever the sender is at the sending ready state, it will wait for the packet from the network layer. When it will get the packet, it will encapsulate that packet into the frame and save that copy and send that frame, and again it will start the timer and move to the blocking state. In the blocking state it will wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver. If it is not get the acknowledgement within the time field, then time field will be expired, that is a timeout will be happen, okay. So in that you will again resend the same copy of a frame, and again it will restart the timer, okay. Once restart the timer, okay. So next event is the corrupted acknowledgement arrive. So when the receiver send the acknowledgement to the sender, okay, sender will verify that acknowledgement. If it is a corrupted one, it is silently discard that acknowledgement and it return back to the same state, okay. And the third event is the error free acknowledgement. If receiver send the acknowledgement that is a error free, okay, and then it will stop the timer, okay, and discard the saved copy of the frame, that is a saved copy of the data frame, and it will move to the ready state, means it is ready to send the next frame to the receiver, okay. So this is the finite state model for the sending node. Next we will discuss the finite state model for the receiving node, okay. So here receiving node is always present in the ready state, okay. So in the ready state there is a two event can be possible. One is whenever the corrupted frame arrive at the receiver, whenever there is a error free frame has arrived at the receiving node. Okay, so first we will discuss the error free frame arrived at the receiver. Okay, so whenever the sender sends the frame to the receiver, okay, if the receiver will verify that frame by using the CRC code. Okay, if it is a error free frame, then it will extract the packet and deliver that packet to the network layer. Okay, at the same time it will send the acknowledgement to the sending node. Because it is error free frame, that's why the receiver will send the acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, so after that performing that event, it will again back to the ready state. Okay, so this is the first event at the receiving node. Okay, so second event is corrupted frame arrived. Whenever the sender has sent the frame to the receiver, receiver will verify that frame by using the CRC code. If the CRC code is incorrect, means the receiver has received the corrupted frame. Okay, so that is the second event. So if it receives the corrupted frame, then it silently discard the corrupted frame. Okay, and doesn't send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, and after performing this, it will return back to the same state, that is a ready state. Okay, so this is a final state model for the receiving node. Receiving node has a always present in the start state, and it contains the two events. One is the corrupted frame arrived, another one is the error free frame arrived. Whenever the error free frame is arrived, it extract the packet from the frame and deliver to the network layer. At the same time, it will send the acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, whenever the corrupted frame has been arrived, then receiving node silently discard that corrupted data frame. Okay, and it doesn't send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, so this is all about the final state model for the simple stop and wait protocol. Okay, so in the sending node there is a two states. One is a ready state and a block state, and there is a receiving node, there is a only one state, that is a ready state. Okay, so next we will move to the sequence and the acknowledgement number. Before that, we have to discuss the what purpose, why we have to require the sequence number and the acknowledgement number here. Okay, so that's why we have to discuss the for what problem we have to require the acknowledgement and the sequence number. Okay, so here what happened? First point, the first frame is sent and acknowledged. Okay, so as discussed, as here what happened, first frame has been sent and the acknowledged. Okay, so there is no any problem is present here. Okay, acknowledge means that is a particular received frame is error free, so that's why receiver has sent the acknowledgement to the sender side. Okay, and second point is the second frame is sent but lost. After the timeout, it is a resent. Okay, so here what happened, the sending node has sent the frame, but at the middle only it lost, it not reached the receiving node. Okay, so at that time the receiving node doesn't send the any acknowledgement to the sending node, because the receiving node has not received the frame. Okay, so that's why it doesn't send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. If it is received the correct frame, then only it will send the acknowledgement, but it is doesn't receive the frame means it doesn't send the any acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, so whenever the time will expires at the sending node, it will think that the receiver has not received the any frame. Okay, so that's why the sending node will again resend the same frame to the receiving node. Okay, so that is what second one. Okay, so second frame is sent but it is lost. After the timeout will be happen at the sender side, it is again sender will resend the same frame. Okay, so that is the second point. There is also no problem. So the actual problem is present at the third point. What is the third point here? The third frame is sent and acknowledged, but acknowledgement has lost. Okay, the frame is sent and the problem with this scheme is duplicate packet. Okay, so here what happened, we have to take as a third packet it is. Okay, third packet. So here sending node send the third frame. Okay, So before extracting the packet from the frame, sender is need to send the frame. Okay, it will send the third frame here. Okay, already we have discussed the first and second frame. Now it is a third frame. So sender will send the third frame. Okay, and the receiver will verify that frame through the CRC code. Okay, if it is received the correct CRC, then it will extract the packet from that frame. Okay, and deliver that packet to the receiving node. So that packet is nothing but it's the third packet, because already the receiving node has received the first two packet from that first two points. Okay, so that's why here the receiving node has received the third packet. At the same time it will send the acknowledgement. Okay, so but here what happened, whatever the acknowledgement the receiver has sent, that is lost at the middle. It doesn't reach to the sending node. Okay, so then what happened, the timer will be expired and the sending node is doesn't get the acknowledgement from the receiving node. Okay, so at that time what happened, the sending node think that the packet or the whatever the frame that is the receiver has received, that is a corrupted one. That is one possibility. And second possibility is that sending node think that the frame has been lost at the middle. Okay, so that's why the sending node is again resend that third frame to the receiving node. Okay, and the data link layer at the receiving node verify that third frame by using the CRC. Okay, and extract the, if it is the correct one, it will extract the packet from that third frame and deliver to the receiving node. So again the packet which is present at the network layer is, that is the third packet. So here two copies of same packet, okay, two copies of same packet is present at the network layer. That what we have to call as a, it is a duplicate packet. That is the not a write. Okay, because same packets are present in the network layer, is simply wasting the memory size. Okay, so that's why we need to avoid that. Okay, understand what is the problem here. Okay, problem is here, sender will send the frame. Okay, and receiving node has sender will send the frame, and data link layer at the receiving node will verify that particular frame by using the CRC code. If it is the correct, then it will deliver to the network layer. Okay, then what happen, whatever the sender has sending that frame, that is sending the third frame, because we already discussed the first and second frame. So sender is sending the third frame, and data link layer at the receiving node receive that particular third frame, and it will verify that particular frame. If it is the correct one, then it will extract the packet from that particular frame and deliver to the network layer. That packet number we have to call as a third packet, because we have to extracting the packet from the third frame, means the packet number is also third packet. Okay, at the same time it will send the acknowledgement to the sender side, but the acknowledgement will not reach to the sending node. At the middle only it will be lost. So sender will be wait for the acknowledgement within the timer, and within the timer. Okay, once the timer will expire, the sender will think that receiver has received the corrupted frame, or he will also think that the particular frame has lost in the middle. So that's why sender has again resend that same frame, that is a third frame. So the data link layer verify that particular third frame. Okay, if it is the correct, then extract the packet from that particular third frame and deliver to the network layer. So whatever the packet we have to extract it from the third frame, that is a frame number is third packet. Means here same copies of, there is a two copies of same packet is present at the network layer. Okay, so that what we have to call as a, it is a duplicate packet. Okay, so that is a what problem which is present in this stop and wait protocol. Okay, how we need to avoid this particular problem. Okay, so that's why we have to use the sequence number and the acknowledgement number. So to correct this problem, we need to add the sequence number to the data frame and acknowledgement number to the acknowledgement frame. Okay, So there are here there is the two frames are there. One is the data frame, another one is the acknowledgement frame. So for that we need to attach for the data frame we need to attach the sequence number, and for acknowledgement we need to attach the acknowledgement number. Okay. So by using the sequence number and the acknowledgement number, we need to avoid the duplicate packet problem. Okay. So here what is how to represent the sequence number and the acknowledgement number here. Okay, the sequence number is nothing but is a alternative 0 and 1. Okay, sequence number has start with the 0. Okay, and acknowledgement number is also alternative 1 and 0 start with the number 1. Okay, so sequence number we have to use for the data frame, acknowledgement number we have to use for the acknowledgement frame. Okay, so here what happened, so how we can avoid a duplicate frame by using the acknowledgement and the sequence number is, okay, if for example if the receiver has received the frame with the acknowledgement 0, okay, and if it is the correct one, from that it will extract a packet and deliver to the network layer. Okay, so for that it will send the acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, for acknowledgement number is 1, but it will lost at the middle. Then sender will think that the receiver has received the corrupted frame or the frame has lost at the middle. So that's why it again resend the same frame with the same sequence number. Okay, so whenever the receiving node has received the frame with the same sequence number, okay, and he can think that I am receiving the duplicated frame or the I also delivering the duplicated packet to the network layer. Okay, then it will directly discard that particular frame. Okay, so in this way sequence number and the acknowledgement number we have to use for to avoid the duplicate packet. Okay, so that is a sequence number and the acknowledgement number. So next we will discuss the flow diagram for the stop and wait protocol. Okay, so here what happened, the sending node and the receiving node as already we have discussed. Okay, so the data link layer at the sending node, okay, data link layer at the sending node will receive the wait for the packet from the network layer. Once it will receive the packet, okay, it will encapsulate that packet into the frame. Okay, and also it will save the copy of that frame. Okay, and send that frame to the receiving node, and also it will start the timer. Okay, once it will send the frame to the receiving node, data link layer at the receiving node will check the or verify that particular received frame. If it is the correct one, then it will extract the packet from that frame and deliver to the network layer. At the same time it will send the acknowledgement, and after that it will stop the timer. Okay, so in the second case here, data link layer receive the packet at the data link layer at the sending node will receive the packet. Okay, and packet we can data link layer encapsulate that packet into the frame. Okay, and after that the frame saved the copy of that frame into his buffer. Okay, and after that it will send the frame to the receiving node, and same time it will start the timer. Okay, but this particular frame is lost at the middle, it will not reach to the receiving node. Okay, so if the receiving node is not get the frame, then it will not send the acknowledgement. Okay, so here the sending node is wait for the acknowledgement, okay, until the time will be expires. once the time will be expires and the sending node is not get the any acknowledgement, then it will send the previous frame, or it will retransmit the previous frame. Okay, and at the same time again it will restart the timer and resend that particular frame to the receiving node. Okay, so at the receiving node again it will verify that particular frame. Okay, data link layer at the receiving node verify that particular frame. If it is correct, then it will extract the packet and deliver to the network layer. Okay, and for that at the same time it will send the acknowledgement to the sending node. After receiving the acknowledgement, sender node, if you receive the acknowledgement within the time period, then it will stop the timer and also it will discard the saved copy of the frame. Okay, so that is the second case when the frame has been lost at the middle. Okay, and the third case is here data link layer. Okay, third case, okay, that is a data link layer at the sending node receive the packet from the network layer. Okay, and it will encapsulate that packet into the frame. Okay, and also saved the copy of that particular frame and send the frame to the receiving node. At the same time it will start the timer. Okay, and the receiving node verify that particular frame, the data link layer which is present at the receiving node, it will verify the frame. Okay, if it is the correct frame, then it will extract the packet from that frame and deliver to the network layer. Okay, at the same time it will send the acknowledgement. Okay, but here what is the problem here? The acknowledgement has been lost at the middle. It doesn't reach to the sending node. Okay, so here what happened? The sending node has wait for the acknowledgement from the receiving node until the time has been expired. Once the time has been expired, the sending node not get the any acknowledgement from the receiving node, then the sending node again retransmit that same frame to the receiving node. Okay, and data link layer at the receiving node verify that particular frame. Okay, if it is correct, then it will extract the packet from that frame and deliver to the network layer. Okay, so whatever the packet it will got here, that packet we have to call as a it is a duplicate packet, because this same packet has been already network layer has been received from the same frame. Because of the acknowledgement lost, the sender has resent the same frame again, and the data link layer at the receiving node extract the same packet from that frame and deliver to the network layer. So that's why we have to call as it is a duplicate frame, because that packet has been already sent to the network layer. The same packet is again sending to the network layer, means that is a duplicate packet. Okay, at the same time it send the acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, once the sending node receive the acknowledgement before the time has been expired, then it will stop the timer. Okay, so this is the third case here. Okay, so totally 3 cases are there here. One is the, as already we discussed it here, first frame sent and acknowledgement, first frame sent and acknowledged. Okay, so here what happened? First frame is sent and acknowledged correctly. Okay, so that is a one. And the second point is second frame is sent but lost after the time it is a resent. Okay, so here what happened? The frame is sent but it is lost at the middle, not reached to the receiving node, so that's why receiver is not sent the any acknowledgement. Okay, so the sending node is not get the acknowledgement, so that's why again it will resend the same frame. Okay, and the data link layer at the receiver extract the packet and deliver to the network layer. At the same time the acknowledgement will be sent to the sending node. Okay, so this is the second case. Okay, and the third case is here, third frame is sent to acknowledge but acknowledgement is lost and the frame is resent. The problem is here duplicate packet. Okay, so here packet, the data link layer has at the sending node receive the packet from the network layer, and that packet has been encapsulated into the frame, and the copy of the frame has been saved, and frame has been sent to the receiving side. At the same time the timer will be start. Okay, and the data link layer at the receiving node verify that particular frame. If it is the correct frame, then the packet has been extracted and delivered to the network layer. Okay, at the same time it will send the acknowledgement to the sending node. Okay, but the acknowledgement will not reach to the sending node. At the middle only it will be lost. Okay, so that's why the sending node is wait for the acknowledgement, but the sending node is not get the acknowledgement, then timer will be expires. Okay, once timer will be expires, then sending node again resend the same frame to the receiving node. Okay, then the data link layer at the receiving node again verify that frame and extract the packet and deliver to the network layer. Okay, so here whatever the packet we have to deliver to the network layer, that is same as the whatever the packet we have to deliver to the previous transmission. Okay, so that's why we have to call it as a duplicated frame. Okay, at the same time it will send the acknowledgement, and it will stop the timer, and also it will discard the saved copy of the frame at the sending side. Okay, so these are the three cases. Okay, so these three cases we have to discuss it through this flow diagram. Okay, one is the frame lost, acknowledgement lost, or sending node get the correct acknowledgement. Okay, so here these are the three symbols. First symbol is the start the timer, stop the timer, and restart the timer. Okay, so this symbol, there is a circle filled with the color. Okay, and this symbol. Okay, and this symbol, these are all of the start the timer. Okay, and after that these unfill circle, this and this one we have to call as a, it is a stop the timer. Okay, and second one is again there is a circle filled with the color. Okay, but it is a somewhat light color. Okay, so here this one. Okay, and this one. Okay, whenever we have to retransmitting the frame, we have to restart the timer. So at that time we have to use these symbol to restart the timer. Whenever to starting the new frame and you have to starting the timer, then you have to use this symbol. Okay, whenever to stopping the timer, then you have to use this symbol. Okay, and there is a note is there. The lost frame means either lost or a corrupted. Okay, a lost frame is a two meaning. One is a frame has been lost at the middle, or the receiver receive the frame but it is a corrupted one. Okay. Same thing for the acknowledgement also. Lost acknowledgement means it is acknowledgement frame has lost at the middle, or the sending node has received the acknowledgement but that is the corrupted one. Okay, so this is all about the stop and wait protocol, flow diagram for the stop and wait protocol. Okay, this will complete your second protocol, that is the stop and wait.